Hello, sports fans, and happy Friday. I hope you have your rally caps on because this Ocean Star Sports Show, hosted by yours truly, Dominic Polio, is packed full of softball, all tournament action. We're going to kick things off with Point Beach Softball, who started the Central Jersey Group 1 state tournament this past week. First up, Point Beach versus Burlington City. It was a tight softball game in the opening round of the Central Jersey Group 1 state playoffs, but late game heroics gave Point Beach the 2-1 victory over visiting Burlington City. Let's take it from the top. The Blue Devils scored first in the top of the third on what was almost an outstanding catch from Abby Angelucci. She loses the ball when the glove hits the ground and Burlington takes the 1-0 lead. Beach looked to have tied the game in the fourth on this play at the plate, but the umpire calls Kylie Kells out on the tag. But let's take another look. This time a little slower, and with the help of the freeze frame, it's easy to see Kells got her hand across the plate before the tag was even there. It was a tough break for the goals, but they persevered. Both defenses came up with big plays throughout the rest of the game to keep the game at 1-0 into the bottom of the seventh, Beach's last at bat. Kicking off the late rally was Nicole Ruddy with a single to center. Then Delaney Boudet came up with a solid bunt down the line. The first baseman misses the pickup and 2 goals are now on base. Shani Gates gets her bat on the ball next and turns on the Jets to beat the toss to first and load the bases for Lauren Knapp at the top of the order. Knapp comes up with a big hit to center to bring across the tying run. Boudet tries to beat the throw for the win but gets tagged out at home. In fitting fashion, though, Kells was up next for Beach. She connects with a pitch, sending it perfectly over the shortstop for the walk-off RBI single. The Garnet Gulls move on to the next round with the 2-1 win over Burlington City. A nice first-round victory for the Garnet Gulls, who moved on to play 3-seed South River on the road. Point Beach picked up the upset victory, and that story is in the newspaper. As I said, all softball. Next up, Brick Memorial hosted Jackson Memorial in the the preliminary round of the Shore Conference tournament. Let's see how it played out. The Brick Memorial softball team, seeded at 13, opened the Shore Conference tournament with a solid 4-1 win over 20-seeded Jackson Memorial Saturday afternoon. The first run came in after Alyssa Sculthorpe reached base on a walk in the first. Michelle Foster drove her teammate in with a double to the right field fence before the Jaguars closed the inning. Jackson Memorial was able to equalize with a hard grounder up the middle in the top of the third, but the Mustangs never wavered. In the bottom of the inning, Sculthorpe connected with a low pitch and sent it to the fence, bringing home another Brick Memorial run to reclaim the lead. Then, in the fourth inning, with 2 Mustangs on base, Jordan Raczynski singled to left to load the bases for Tori Lucarelli. The shortstop delivered a hit up the middle, and 2 Mustangs crossed home plate for the 4-1 lead. From there, it was all pitching and defense. Here's a nice play from Raczynski at second. She tags the base runner, then turns the double play to first. The Jaguars look to rally in the 7th, but again the Mustangs' defense proved strong. Lucarelli gets the ball to Raczynski on second for the final out, and Brick Memorial advances to the next round with the 4-1 win over Jackson Memorial. And the Mustangs move on to the next round and also played plenty of softball during the rest of the week with the state tournament. Next up, Point Pleasant Borough. The Panthers took the long haul out to Cinnaminson to take on the top-seeded Pirates in the quarterfinals round of the South Jersey Group 2 state tournament. The Panthers, always strong in their bracket, put up a great fight, and here are the highlights. The Point Borough softball team gave top-seeded Cinnaminson a run for its money in the quarterfinals round of the South Jersey Group 2 state tournament. Seated at 9, the Panthers only lost by 1 to the Pirates, 3-2. Cinnaminson notched the game's first score on a Borough communication breakdown in the first inning. The Pirates look to score more, but Kate Drew snags a catch in left and makes the throw home for the double play to close the inning. The second, third, and fourth then went scoreless thanks to strong defensive play. Here, Maggie Tiroli makes a nice catch at second, matched only by her celebration. It was Tiroli who then reached base with a hit in the following inning to ignite a small Borough rally. Eventually, it was Gwen Attridge who hit Tiroli in on a shot to shallow left to knot the game at 1. The fifth went scoreless, but the Pirates answered in the sixth. A hit to center brings in 1 run, and a ground out to second brings in another for the 3-1 lead. With their final at-bat, the Panthers put up a fight. They put 2 runners on base with only 1 out before a new pitcher came in for the Pirates. Still, Ashley DeSantis loaded the bases with a single to right, and then it was Attridge again with the clutch bat. She smacked a sacrifice fly to plate Tiroli and pulled the Panthers within 1. But the Pirates picked up the final out on an infield bloop to hold on for the 1-run win over Point Borough, 3-2. Almost had it there with that late rally in the 7th, but unfortunately the loss brings a close to Point Borough's season. But a great season it was. A special congratulations to head coach Steve Ferrillo, who reached his 250th career win as the softball coach when the Panthers beat Barnegat last Thursday in the first round of the state tournament. Congratulations. Next up, last but not least, Brick Township softball. Still going strong in the Ocean County tournament, the Green Dragons traveled to Tuckerton to take on Pinelands Regional, the 2 seed in the tournament. It was a close game despite the final score, and here is how it all played out. It was a 2 versus 3 seed matchup in Wednesday's Ocean County Tournament semifinals. The Brick Township softball team tried for the upset but ended up with a 6-0 loss to Pinelands Regional. The Wildcats scored the game's first run in the 3rd inning on a shot to the center field fence. The score remained 1-0 into the 5th inning, where the Green Dragons were plagued with bobbles. Alexa Haley almost snags it out on this foul ball, but the ball bounces out of the glove. Pinelands proceeded to load the bases before Christine Frazee earned a big second out with a strikeout. The Wildcats then came up with a shot to center, and Erica O'Rourke turned on the Jets to track it down. But oh no, again the ball doesn't stay in the glove and the base is clear to give Pinelands the 4-0 lead. The Wildcats then tacked on a run in the 6th on a fly ball to center. Another came in on a drop ball in left field. Down 6-0, the Dragons look to rally in the 7th, but Pinelands' Jessie Rising played tough on the mound. She gets the grounder and then the strikeout to close out the shutout win over Brick Township and move on to the Ocean County Tournament final. Not highlighted in that package was Christine Frazee achieving a milestone in her high school career with 500 strikeouts. Frazee retired the first batter in Wednesday's game to hit the mark. Congratulations, Christine Frazee. Those are the only highlights I have for you for this week. But there will still be more softball because Brick Township is in the Shore Conference Tournament. Brick Memorial is still in the Shore Conference Tournament. Point Beach is still chugging away in the state tournament. Those highlights will be in next week's Ocean Star Sports Show. In the meantime, make sure you pick up today's copy of the newspaper. Plenty more sports to be read. Today's copy is May 26, 2017. Make sure you give it a good look. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at Dom Polio. That's at DOMPOLLIO. With this crazy weather, there's a lot of cancellations, a lot of postponements, a lot of moving things around. I'll update you guys on the state tournament and Shore Conference tournament schedules as they unfold. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the show. I wouldn't do it if it weren't for you. And thank you, teams, for the great highlights and great games to cover. Always a pleasure. But for now, signing off for Star News Group, I'm Dominic Polio, wishing you a happy, healthy Memorial Day weekend. Get some rest, get some relaxation, and have a little fun.